Welcome to the two-part final of Open Mic. I'm Frankie Cena, your presenter, and I cannot wait to watch each and every one of our finalists compete for the title to become the champion of Open Mic 2021. Our contestants are split up into two categories as always. We have the under 18s and the over 18s. They're each going to perform. They're each going to get feedback from our judges. Our judges are going to choose the category winners, and then you at home are going to vote for who the overall winner of Open Mic is. So as soon as you see your favorite act perform, make sure you vote for them. Voting is open between now and the live results show next week. So I want to wish a very good luck to our contestants. And now, as always, it's time to meet the judges. A&R for Sony, Thames TV, and Future Music, Chris Grayston. International vocal coach, mentor, and owner of Vocalization Studio, Julie Miles. A&R at Polydor Records Universal, Leon Haynes. And our special guest judge joining us for the final from Kerrang Radio, Alex Baker. Okay, welcome judges. It's the final of Open Mic. Chris, what are you looking for in the finale?
Well, I'll probably say the same thing every year, but for me, it's for everyone to just bring their A game, just to really enjoy themselves, let it go, and hopefully we're going to see a brilliant grand final to not let themselves down, but produce their best performance they've done from the whole competition, show us they've developed. That's for me.
Julie, any acts that you have your eye on for tonight?
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, I'm not going to name any names at the moment. You'll probably be able to tell by my reaction. But yeah, I mean, there's been some absolutely brilliant acts that we have, I think we've all really noticed throughout the whole competition. So it would be lovely if one of those consistent acts does really bring that, that A+ game. But equally, it would be lovely if one of the kind of the underdogs maybe just took on board all of the feedback and actually came back fighting. But I really want I want an act that I want to hear more of. I don't want to just see them in the competition. I want to listen to their album. I want to see them do a gig and so on. If I want more from a certain act, then that's the one for me.
Thank you. Julie, Leon, what are you looking for?
Just looking for a courageous performer, to be honest, someone who's really taken on board the feedback of the last, multiple shows that's been done. And yeah, just someone that really looks like they're enjoying themselves too, and just kind of, I just want to see that organic star quality.
Thank you. Leon and Alex, our fresh set of eyes. What are you hoping to see in the Open Mic final?
I'm super excited to be here, and for me it's just about, as Leon said, that star quality. For me, there really is a difference between someone who's just a really great performer and someone who is a star, and it kind of shimmers off them. I've seen it so many times over the years, so I'll know in an instant when I see them. The second they open their mouth and the way they perform, not just how they perform, but the way they perform is such an important thing for me. So I'm gonna have my eyes on that for sure.
Okay, amazing. Thank you very much, judges. It's time to get started with our first act. She's just 12 years old, advanced to this round by the audience vote. This is Aglaya.
Many people play this game, yet you don't even know the rules. Paint on me like I'm a canvas, summon me and treat me like a fool. Nothing ever stays the same when a story's been through all the school. I can't trust what no one tells me, 'cause often half of it isn't true. Yet I say I am not to play, for the world is a play, we're all players in a way. Yet I say I am not to play, for the world is a play, we're all players in a way. Don't be contagious, don't be known for your own creations. Don't trample to get to the top. If you're gonna be known for your own creations. Do you know that there's room at the top? Don't be contagious. Don't live life that way. Don't copy and paste it. Don't play that contagious game.
Our next performer loves writing and playing music and wants it to be his full-time career, performing an original, Chasing Thunder. Here's Alfie Thomas.
White lights shining, spellbound lightning. We look back, smiling, soft lip biting. We look on, we walk on ahead to the stone, waiting for us. We jumped on the ride of our lives. At times we were chasing thunder. We were on the road with no destination. Life is what you make of it. The world is fake, but I won't forget the time we chased the thunder. Life is what you make of it. The world is fake, but I won't forget the lights that shine up through the sky, the lips that feel like paradise in times. We chase the thunder and the times we chase.
Our next performer admires artists such as Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo. She's performing an original song called Cry. Here is Sienna.
You can say what you want, but I won't give you time. You can take what you want, even though it's mine. SOS, can you hear me now? I gotta get it through your head somehow. Heaven help me, can you hear my call? The devil said there's nothing left to say. Trying to climb this wall, but I'm scared to fall. My tears are flooding like a tidal wave. Can you hear me cry? Oh, it's killing me. This pain is killing me. Can you hear me cry? Are you feeling it? Can you hear it? Days and nights turn into weeks. Life goes by so suddenly. Take a hold of every moment. I
If our next performer wins, she's going to call her grandpa right away, performing an original song titled Stars Apart. Here is Jamie Mae Chester.
Kiss me on my forehead before you go. Hold me tighter than you've ever held me before. Oh, darling, we are under the same sky. When the stars seem smaller and houses taller and rain is drumming my thoughts. Oh, my mind is racing faster, facing the floor. You promised me we'd never be so many stars apart. And all I do is trace the memory of your lips. I'll draw your kiss, and I'm surrounded along the earth, and I've ever been.
Our last performer would use the prize money to purchase time in the studio, performing an original song called Calm in the Storm. Here is Lottie.
She steps towards a world that doesn't always go our way. Hope for thoughts of the things we were sure to make. It hurts, it hurts. It Take me to shelter and keep me warm. Strength comes to us when we realize it's all on our own. It hurts, it hurts. It hurts.
Thank you to our first set of singers. We begin with feedback from Chris.
Great to see all our young acts doing originals. That's exactly what I want to see, and a really solid start from these guys. And we kicked off with our youngest in the competition, 12-year-old Aglia. I thought she got lots of potential with her songwriting for what was quite a classical type song. I think what she would benefit from more is perhaps a bit more diversity in her range. It seemed to be very much at the higher register, and maybe going a little bit lower on occasions would have really sort of added a bit more, give it greater dynamics and made it stood out a bit more as a song. But loads of potential there, and you've progressed so well in the competition. Lottie May, I'm going to say to her, what an incredible vocal and range. Love the raspiness in your vocal and the ad-lib. Super smile to finish as well. I think the thing to watch for you is just your eye contact. The angle of the camera was looking down a little bit, and I think that just missed the opportunity perhaps to engage with us a little bit more as an audience. But, again, very good competition, going through with judges' choices, I think, every time for Lottie. Well done.
Thank you. Chris, Julie.
Well, what start? I'm already knowing that there is going to be a bun fight here because, this is going to be super hard. We've got the under, the teens, the unders, some of them as young as 12, really showing that they have listened to feedback and that, they are bringing their A game for sure. Sienna Williams, I'm going to be giving feedback on. Just firstly wanted to say, what an amazing, beautiful, effortless tone Sienna has. Just, really quite dreamy. And I have to say, the song, her original song was really good. It was going somewhere. I could definitely hear expression in the singing. I think if we're going to be, again, we are going to have to be super critical. This is the grand final and there is a lot of money at stake. I think I would have liked just a little bit more energy. So I know it was quite a subdued and kind of heartfelt song, but that energy was just missing a little bit. It just was a little bit sleepy at times. And that was a shame because I could hear the intent in the vocal. I think in the lower range, a little bit of work just to secure the control a little bit more. There was a couple of little wobbles, but then, I was hoping it was going to go somewhere, and that higher range was absolutely glorious. So yeah, as I said, off to an amazing start. So really well done, Sienna.
Thank you, Julie. Leon.
Yeah, definitely a really good start. Very impressed with the acts I've seen so far. I'm going to be commenting on Alfie Thomas. All I can say is, wow. I mean, I've seen you, develop through each show, and I've seen how many different, guises you've come under, and, good variation. And I feel like, yeah, you've really upped the levels for yourself. Again, another notch for, this grand final. Looking like a star, looking very relaxed and composed, coming across as very professional. I would say the background looked a little bit busy. There was a bit much going on. You had quite a flashy jacket, so maybe just a bit more of a neutral background would have kind of helped to complement the tones a bit more. And I guess whilst vocally, I felt, he was quite good at some of the higher notes. There was a lack of depth to the oval vocal, just to give it a bit more warmth. But it was a good song. I did write down a note that it was good song structure. I felt it progressed nicely, and the chorus was clearly identifiable. So really good from you.
Thank you, Leon. And Alex.
Yeah, so first, a massive shout out to Lottie's voice, who Chris mentioned earlier. I could listen to her sing all day. What a voice. But I wanted to mention Jamie Mae Chester. Such an incredible voice, a real power in the voice as well. I really like the control and the restraint that was on display in that as well, because you could tell there was power like underneath the surface, but you just allowed yourself to give yourself a bit of room and just pull it back a little bit, which I thought was wonderful. Beautiful top line. With the guitar work, just to be a little bit critical, I think sometimes with guitar players, it's important just to not just strum, just find a little bit of space in there, let some notes breathe and allow your voice to shine through. But I'm being really critical because I think your voice is absolutely incredible. And I was really, really impressed. I've been impressed with this round so far. I think everyone's on point and it's going to be a good show, huh?
Thank you, Alex. Well, our next performer says that if she wins the prize money, she would like to buy a pair of shoes. Performing an original song called Before I Met You, here is Mia.
No promise that you're gonna stay, 'cause making promises like that are gonna get in the way. Don't tell me you want me, then tell me to go away. I gave you my heart and you ripped it in feels like a mistake. Maybe I was better off without you. Excuses are useless. This candle's burning out. This story unfolding with a new beginning now. I was so broken before I met you, and then I found you. You helped me get through. Now I don't need you, 'cause I'm stronger than you give me credit for. I'm taking control of my life and so much more. When you fixed me and then you broke me, I learned from my mistake, and now I think I'm better off.
Our next performer is no stranger to online singing competitions. In fact, she's done pretty well in some before, performing an original song called Friday Night. Here is Anissa Murad.
It's summertime, but I'm still in school, But I'll be out of there in about no time at all. For some reason now, I don't see the crowds of evil crooks just made to bring you down. And oh, I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I know when I come home you'll be here on a Friday night, watching movies today, do it all again on a Friday night, on a Friday night, do it all again on a Friday night. I'll be off living my life out there in the school, but in the back of my mind I'll be singing that oh, I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I know when I come home you'll be here on a Friday night, watching movies today, do it all again on a Friday night, on a Friday night.
Our next performer wants to be a mega star one day, performing Losing Race. This is Grace Dickinson.
And I am like the woods, you always get lost. And I feel the way I did back when I was a child. Like you could do anything, and I would have smiled. I may have a second place medal around my neck, but you still never notice me, so what the heck? 'Cause I'm still running in a losing race, and I just wish I could kiss that look right off your face. Your soul is like fire and mine is like ice, but oh God, the things I would do to make you look twice, to make you look twice. But I can't stop you from loving her, so I'll
I'll just keep pretending that things were the way they were. I still have a second place medal around my neck, but hey, at least I'm on the podium, so what the heck? I'm still running a losing race, and I just wish I could kiss that look right off your face. Your soul is like fire, and mine is like ice, but I've got the things I would do.
Next up, we have a performer who would use the prize money to purchase some much needed equipment. This is Eliza performing an original song, I See the Light.
Standing here would always feel so small, away from the crowd like the time before. But now it's changed, will never be the same. Now I see the light awake, making a slumber door break. I see the light, it shines so bright. I see the Not a care in the world, not a tear to see. I close my eyes so happily. Now the winds are chained, blow so free. I see the light, it shines so bright. I see the Can you see the light? 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 Can you see the light?
Our next performer has recently recorded 6 new songs to release as an EP. Today she performs Heaven and Hell, her original song. This is Lizzie.
Feeling lost in time, like I'm losing my mind, when I saw an angel before my eyes, like a raindrop in the storm going round in my head. Don't know what to think or where to go, drowning in my thoughts but not alone. But what can I say to make it okay? To make it okay? And if I told you heaven and hell, they left me in a spell. They said to me it was perfectly normal, seeing the angels and devils, living my dreams. I was never alone when they came to me. They gave me advice, a sanctuary. I was never alone deep inside my mind, for I am between heaven and hell. Feeling alone in a crowded room, feeling uncertain, maybe confused. It feels like my heart has been broken for some time. Heaven heaven and hell. They left me in a spell. They said to me it was perfectly normal seeing the angels and devils, living my dreams. I was never alone when they came to me.
Thank you to our second set of performers. A lot of very unique visual performances. Let's hear what the judges think, starting with Julie.
So again, wow is going to be my word of the show. All originals so far. This is what we've been saying right the way through. Bring us originals, and you know, all of these really, really young, aspiring artists have done exactly that. So I've got the pleasure of giving feedback to Mia and Lizzie, and I just want to first of all say to both of you, what absolutely great originals. Just such, yeah, I don't know whether you're kind of getting out there and doing more songwriting courses or getting some help, but the standard of the songwriting is really, really good. A real structure, a real hook, feeling like that they're actually going somewhere, getting a real intent in the delivery of the vocal. So yeah, really, really fab. So Mia, yeah, we've been very impressed with you all the way through. I think, you know, your voice is definitely very, very special. I think your songwriting skills are great. I think you do perform with a lot of emotion. There's definitely, I really do believe what you're actually singing and what you're feeling as you sing. I think vocally, you just need a little bit of help certainly in the higher range. There was a couple of times that I did feel that your voice was just reaching the edge. Little bit of help with diction, I would say, as well on that one. But the thing that sadly stood out for me the most was the camera work just didn't allow you to shine as a like visually as you did, you know, audibly. And I just think, what a shame, just that kind of panning angle with you kind of performing into the piano. It just didn't work. What did work was when the camera eventually got to you and we saw your face and were able to connect your face to the words that you were singing. But sadly, you know I have to give you credit. You're trying to do something different. You know, somebody's clearly helping you with the filming, but it didn't allow you to shine. And I just thought that was such a shame with such an amazing song and such heartfelt vocals. Lizzie, again, you know, I've already said great song. There was just such a darkness to it, a real depth, which was absolutely gorgeous. I think you really went all in for the performance. Just be careful that it doesn't become too contrived, that those kind of hand gestures don't kind of become, oh, I'm gonna put my hand here because I'm talking about in my head. Just make sure that they do come naturally from a place of emotion, and they kind of evolve organically. Vocally, there's a gorgeous depth to your voice. I think just be careful again. It was just sitting just a little bit with too much depth. So sometimes you were finding it hard to actually get that range out. By the end of your performance, you did actually get some, you know, you came to a real climax in the song. You did get some high notes out, but they came too late. You know, we've said this all the way through. You've got such a limited amount of time. So try and consolidate all of your best bits into whatever structure you're bringing. But both of you, just huge potential. I'm so impressed.
Thank you, Julie. Leon.
Yes, I'll be giving some feedback on Anissa Murad. You know, very familiar to us judges here. You know, she's always been positive energy whenever we've watched her perform. And again, this evening's performance was, you know, another example of that. You definitely have, you know, great energy. It was a good idea with the backdrop as well, just to kind of liven things up a little bit, do something a bit quirky. However, I did feel like your performance it felt slightly rushed, and it was possibly felt like you was doing a little bit too much, trying to pack in so many different things, you know, in terms of like lyrics, energy, you know, just kind of, I think it just needed to breathe just a little bit, to be honest. And I definitely would have loved to have seen something a bit more different from you as well, because I guess I feel like we've seen on a few occasions the kind of, you know, guitar-based type of pop song, and it didn't really add too much at this stage in the competition, I'm afraid. But you definitely got some talent there. I think you just still working on finding your actual sound. So just please just keep developing and, you know, heading in that right direction.
Thank you, Leon. Alex?
Yeah, so I'm a sucker for drama in music, and I think one of the people that's really brought the drama in this round was Grace Dickinson. I think there's beautiful phrasing in the opening verse. You know, just to reinforce what Julie was saying earlier about songwriting, I think the songwriting so far has been absolutely incredible. And so often with original music, what happens is people try to just pack in as many notes and as many lyrics as possible. But what was amazing about Grace's performance is that she allowed it to breathe. You know, Grant does those little moments of reflection where we can just take in what you're saying, and it just makes for a much more authentic listen, really. So, and also you've got a great voice, so that also helps. I like the drama, and kind of you took that drama and took it to the visual space as well with the spotlight and on the piano. It was really, really, really great. So that she really blew me away.
Thank you, Alex. And Chris?
I think for good reasons we've got a real problem here. I mean, there's just so many acts that are up there with my high scores, and you know, but as yet no one's really taken it away. So it just shows the depth that we've got, and the songwriting in particular, as mentioned before, has been incredible. I love what Mia did with Look Like a Steiner there. I mean, they're hard to come by, and it was a beautiful setting. The act I'm commenting on is Eliza. Love the backdrop, and I love the vibrant colours that she had going on in the background. I think the thing that worries me always is that if the piano is kind of dictating the pace of the performance, it worries me a little bit. And I would suggest that perhaps there's a little bit more practice is needed to really get that in tune to be accomplished with the piano and yet perform with us at the same time. And I think what happened there was you maybe just got sucked into a little bit of making sure you're playing it nicely, and as you did, without actually really focusing on the performance. And so that's something you really need to really work on to be able to perform and to keep that tempo going, because other than that, you've got all the potential there, and just need to get that piano playing up to a standard where you're performing and look at us constantly with your eyes and engaging us as an audience rather than looking down and being a bit unsure yourself at times. So be confident, and you know you're smashing this time.
Thank you, Chris. Our next performer enjoys singing to make elderly people happy. Performing a cover, here is Bianca.
We are here. We are here for the boys. We are here for the boys. That's why we are here. Why we are here. We are here. Bombs are bad day. Trying to get something we never had. Last of a good day. So rude, but it's so sad. And we're brothers and sisters. We gotta pray for the innocent. Cause right now don't make sense. Right now don't make sense. Let's talk about Jetta. Let's talk about Garza. Let's talk about Israel. Cause right now it is real. Let's talk Nigeria. And the mass hysteria. Yeah, our souls are brought together so that we can love each other, brother. We are here. We are here for all of us. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. Why we are here. We are here. No guns without love. Be that crime is a problem. You wanna shine, I wanna rob them. Sing them up where they come from. How we gonna see the nation with no support for education? Cause right now don't make sense. Right now don't make sense. Let's talk about our part. My turn to heart. Let's talk about living. Had enough of dying. Now what we all about. Let's do more giving. Do more forgiving.
Our next performer hopes that people will relate to her music and songwriting, performing a song titled Forever. Here is Faith.
I know you're breaking down somewhere out west. I know you're scared right now, but you're trying your best. We'll find a way somehow to get you out of this. I know it's hard right now. The days feel gray. I know the pills feel good, but they won't help you stay. Just remember that it won't always be this way. Stay here, don't go. It's okay to feel alone. You had me. Remember that I won't let you hurt. Don't do this to yourself. Whenever you're alone, call me. I'll be here forever. Remember how it was back in the day when everything was bright. Well, nothing's changed. Promise I'll help you see the light in today. Only time can tell what path you'll take, but I'll hold your hand as you'll fight the way. So don't give up right yet. With a whole life at stake, stay here, don't go. It's okay to feel alone. You had me. Remember that I won't let you hurt. Don't do this to yourself. Whenever you're alone, call me.
Our next artist wants to bring new and diverse music into the world, performing Playing with Fire. Here is Becky.
Cause I feel my heart like it's running from disaster. I love it when you're afraid of falling under. God knows that I've tried to run from the fear of the truth. Wanna play games? I'll play them till you're just playing with fire. Don't know what to do but hurt each other. You're just playing with fire. Boy, I see the madness unfold in your eyes, but you'll try to keep it hid. You're the master disguise. I wonder what it's like underneath that mask. If you hold my hand, would you hold it tight? And I feel your heart and I feel it beating faster. I love it when you know you're going under. God knows that I've tried to run from the pain of the truth. Wanna play games? I'll play them till you're just playing with fire. Don't know what to do but hurt each other. You're just playing with fire. Boy,
Our next singer says if she wins the title, she will definitely cry. Hopefully it's tears of joy, performing Never Say Never. Here is Rye Williams.
Times have changed, our conversations have too. It's no longer about me and you. You've been distant, he's on the other end of the phone, and you don't want to be alone. Oh,
much to me. No one can come between us. From day one, you'll always be. Life might be different, nothing lasts forever. I don't wanna drift apart, but we can never say never. Never say never. And you'd like to be with him, I can see it in your eyes. I can't relate to it. I don't wanna talk about guys. Holding on to friendship means so much to me. No one can come between us. On day one, you'll always be. Life might be different, nothing lasts forever. I don't wanna drift apart, but we can never say never. Never say never.
Our last performer of the under 15 category loves ukuleles, and if she won, would probably buy one or two more. Performing One Day, here is Emily.
Hi, my name is Emily Gillane and this is One Day by Tate McRae. She stares at her ceiling once again with 100 thoughts. Maybe he knows who I am, actually probably no. She walks down the hall with her head down low, scared to meet his eyes. Even when she hears his voice, she's swarmed with butterflies. It's impossible to get you off my mind. I think about 100 thoughts and you are 99. I've understood that you will never be mine, and that's fine. I'm just breaking inside. He always walks the crowded halls and is blinded by this light. A girl who keeps her head down low and never shows her eyes. She's trying to talk to him, but there's no easy way. 'Cause every time he raises his voice, she runs away. It's impossible to get you off my mind. I think about 100 thoughts and you are 99. I've understood that you will never be mine, and that's fine. I'm just breaking inside. One day, maybe she...
And that concludes the under 18 category for Open Mic 2021. Let's hear what Leon thinks of his acts.
Indeed. I mean, the tricky thing with this level of competition is just gets harder and harder to decide between so many acts because they're all of such a good standard, to be honest. And, just make sure that you will applaud yourselves for getting this far. I'm going to be giving some feedback on Bianca and Emily. I'm going to start with Bianca. I really thought it was a good effort from you, to be honest. Sounded like a decent song. However, I did think you needed to work on some slight tuning in the vocal. There was just one or two notes, literally just one or two that just sounded slightly off by probably a semitone or so. So nothing too much that a good amount of practice and vocal training won't be able to resolve. Another key factor I would point out was your diction as well. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but such as some of the delivery of the lyrics sounded slightly mumbly. I guess if it was intended, you probably need to work on emphasizing it a bit more just so that it comes across as that, as opposed to almost coming across as a lack of confidence, basically. So just a few areas to work on there. And Emily, from when your performance opened, my first thought was, you know, I'm not too keen on ukuleles, to be honest. I don't feel like they always add so much to the performance, especially if they're not really used in an effective manner. And whilst I thought your song was great, you know, it had a cool flow, the tone was really nice, and I was really interested in the song, the lyrics and the content. I wanted to hear the story that you were saying. I wasn't too sure if the uke added anything, to be honest. It almost made the song feel much more monotone than it actually was, and you perhaps could have been better off maybe having a feature, you know, musician playing guitar, or perhaps just fully a cappella, just so we can really get into it. You know, the song was good, but I'm just not sure it was the right instrument choice on this occasion.
Thank you, Leon. Alex.
Yeah, so I wanted to comment on Faith. I think for a start, a gorgeous vocal tone. I think what was interesting about Faith is that your bass line ability is just brilliant. So your voice is really controlled, really solid. And because you've got that excellent bass, you've got the opportunity to ramp up the textures in the music and add a bit of rallentando, push it back a bit, some delicate touches in the piano line just to sort of allow it to flourish. I like there's a sort of kind of like Lana Del Rey-esque drone quality to the song, which I think was intentional and well, clearly intentional. But I think it'd just be elevated by a touch more texture and potentially not my son crying in the background, which you might be able to hear right now.
Thank you, Alex. Chris.
Well, I think it's safe to say that, you know, if any of these guys wanted to go on, I think we'll see one or two of these guys signing for record labels if they're determined enough to make it. That doesn't mean to say I can't put the hard miles in. They need to put the work in, but if they put the work in and they listen to feedback and the way they're progressing, you're definitely going to see one or two of these signed up in future years. I've got no doubt about that. But it comes with that caveat. You've got to work hard, as all the judges will allude to. Becky, I thought I liked your backdrop. I thought it was a very contemporary song showing lots of potential with your songwriting. I think you just need to sharpen up the expression of the song. I feel like for us to really connect to it, you need to act out that expression and really show us the emotion of the song. And you know, the effects on your vocal was a slight distraction as well. So I think you could just sharpened up a little bit there, working on the expression, and that could be just looking at a mirror, just videoing yourself, more performance, all these sort of things. Video yourself each time and have a little book, see what you're doing. Look at what other performers do, other artists as well. Sharpen that up, and yeah, you've got so much potential. It'll be exciting to see how you get on the next year or so.
Thank you, Chris and Julie.
So yes, the end of the unders, and yeah, I'm going to give feedback on a singer that, you know, we have followed all the way through. Ray has done so well. I think overall, Ray, what always strikes me about you is that you've got such good poise, you've got posture, you just do stand very well, and you always pace yourself very well. You seem really quite controlled. The flip side to that is I kind of want you to relax a little bit more, and I kind of also, even though it was a really nice setting with the lights, I kind of wanted to get in to see you a little bit more as well, because, you know, there's not, when you're doing quite a kind of mid-paced song, there's not a great deal that you can do physically. So I think I just wanted to see a little bit more energy. I think your vocal is beautiful. It reminds me of Olivia Rodrigo, which, you know, considering how well she's doing at the moment, has got to be a compliment. However, there are a lot of voices like that. So I think you've got to really work on what is different, give us a different dynamic, something that just really stands out and makes us go, yeah, that's Ray Williams. So yeah, just don't be too careful with this. I thought the song was really great. I think, you know, your songwriting has been good all the way through the competition. I think with this particular one, again, I was interested in the story, could hear the hook, but just be careful with the connections from kind of one place to another, you know, changes in timing and so on. That can kind of make it feel a little bit disjointed. But, you know, again, I'm giving you little snippets of feedback to help you. overall, again, like with everybody that I've given feedback on, I am so impressed, and been so impressed with the whole of this age group. Amazing.
Thank you, Julie. We now shift gears to the over 18 category, starting with an act who says if they win the prize money, they'll throw a party for the judges. But in all seriousness, they want to develop their careers and become sustainable musical artists. Performing their original song Vanilla, here is Outline.
The fight for us is made to measure red hot. We find a different kind of pleasure in what we got. You've got a knack for nicking treasure. X marks the spot, 'cause you're a crude killer, and I don't like vanilla.
The way you say that you adore me, I'm at the top. The way you claim that ain't the story, you better stop. They always say the darker magic comes at a cost, 'cause you're a true killer, and I don't like vanilla.
When the flames rise, you feel me melting from the silk tides to fields of velvet. Your eyes, and I can help it. Take me in, oh, and take me on. I'm made of firewood and cherries and candy floss. I taste of bubble gum and berries. You're at a loss. You chew me up, I'm in your gum, and you let it pop. 'Cause you're a true killer, and I don't like vanilla.
This game we play is kinda fun, so just watch the way you linger on my tongue like butterscotch. I'm thinking maybe we should turn it up a notch until the air's thinner, 'cause we don't like vanilla.
When the flames rise, you feel me melting. The silk ties to fields of velvet. Your eyes, and I can't help it. Take me in, oh, and take me on. When the flames rise, you feel me melting. The silk ties to fields of velvet. Your eyes, and I can't help it. Love is a killer, don't you waste it. 'Cause once you've tasted the thrill of it, just face it, vanilla is love.
Our next performer was actually my choice to make it from the semifinals into the finals of Open Mic. Performing his original song, Roses and Lavender, here is Josh Hicks.
When do you last remember me? Or have the sands of time erased you from my memories? Wish I had the strength to try and forget, but I guess it hasn't really even hit me yet. When the lights shine out on the boulevard and the roses and the lavender are the only things that make me think of you. And the lonely nights, they get so hard, and I'm left wondering where you are. With only 2 seats left at the cinema, black and white movies under the moon and stars. Looking back on Thursday when we first crossed paths. When the lights shine out on the boulevard and the roses and the lavender are the only things that make me think of you. And the lonely nights, they get so hard, and I'm left wondering where you are. With only 2 seats left at the cinema, and the lights shine out on the boulevard, and the roses and the lavender are the only things that make me think of you. I think of you, think of you, think of you.
Our next performer's greatest influence is J. Cole, performing her original song, For You. Here's Nemea.
Ooh.
strong, gentle girl, 'cause in this world, mama said always keep a good eye. She played by the rules, always kept it cool, but little is a life a man comes by. He has her begging while she's down, stripped her of her crown. He stunts all her jewels to his crew. They don't say a word to keep him from a bird, but little did they know what that would do. The sun it shines just for you. Let it heal the hole you bleed through. I hear your heart beating slow. Hold my hand tight and please don't let go. This young boy and his heart's a curse to this world. Daddy never showed him any love. A demon hides under skin as the world enables him to strip and take as he goes. He head up into the ground, watch his spirit crumble down. The power and force of his blows. Her red splatters and disperse, heart moving in a hearse. Another sister laying in the dirt. But the sun it shines just for you. Let it heal the hole you bleed through. I hear your heart beating slow. Hold my hand tight and please don't let go. Imagine walking down the street and you see how your hand goes when man draws near. Does he plan to take your life or still the very essence that makes you a woman? The choice of your life which you weren't even given. Imagine baby girl laying still in a crib.
Our next performer has brought her A game each and every week, making it all the way here to the finals, performing an original song. This is Lunar.
Luna, you're on in 5 minutes. 5 minutes to go.
Na 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 na. I am brave, I am strong, I am everything I wanna be and more. Every day, shine a light on my uncertainties, they fade, ooh, fading away. And I ain't gonna chase them, no, finding my way. I got a smile upon my face and I ain't trying to be no other. Finally not trying to change. Go keep your head up high and don't you lose that smile. You're gonna be alright. Be dedicated to your pride. You're worthy and you're strong, so put yourself where you belong. You're beautiful, you are beautifully you. I forgot I can be my biggest fan. The songs I sing, the words I say, they can change a person's day. You can smile the pain away and do almost anything. Get up on the stage and stand up. Never have to hide the pain, keep on smiling through the rain. You ain't ever gotta act tough. And now, I ain't trying to be no other. Finally not trying to change. Go keep your head up high and don't you lose that smile. You're gonna be alright. Be dedicated to your pride. You're worthy and you're strong, so put yourself where you belong. You're beautiful, you are beautifully you. La da 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 da. You are beautifully you.
If our next performer wins the competition, she'd use the prize money to record her first EP, performing an original Hey There Little Dreamer. This is Laura.
Hey there, little lady, I heard that your house was a home for the birds. Hey there, little dreamer, is it true? You're watching the world go by from your windowsill. Well, that little bird, he sat on my shoulder and told me a few things. He wonders what you're crying for. That's why you don't visit no more. Well, that little bird, he sat on my shoulder and told me a short story. He said he'll come back once you fix the cracks, but he'll just wait patiently, and he'll just wait patiently. Hey there, little lady, I heard you've been wanting to talk, but you've lost your words. Hey there, little dreamer, is it true that you no longer care for this view? Well, that little bird, he sat on my shoulder and told me a few things.
Our next performer wants to make people feel the way she feels when she listens to Michael Jackson songs. Performing an original, this is Abby.
Laid bare you stare, hands on me you touch my shoulder, my eyes, your eyes, look through me, you know me, don't you? Don't you be telling nobody lies, even though this feels so beautiful. For them you put your coat on, still feel you after you've gone. That's what you were here for. You put your shoes on, you leave, now you're gone. You could never stay a bit more. Girl, they really want you more than I do. But girl, I like the way you do your hair. Darling, if you want to cover, oh, we can share the stuff we wear. I hate it when you're gone, oh, but you really have to stop, girl. I hate it when you're gone, oh, but you really have to stop, girl. I hate it when you're gone, oh, but you really have to stop, girl. I hate it when you're gone, oh.
An excellent start to the over 18 category. Let's see what the judges think, starting with Alex.
Yeah, so there's two that really popped out for me there. I mean, like I say, and like we've all said, the standard is absolutely amazing in this competition. And I love being part of the grand final. It's such a privilege to be here because I get the opportunity to sit back and enjoy some of the best. You know, I've got Outline and Laura that I wanted to mention. Outline, really interesting and unique sound. Great performance from those guys. Just on the right side of being a little bit bubblegum. But I think it just felt that right groove. I think sometimes you've got to be really careful with duos. I felt there was a ever so slight disconnect between the two performers style-wise. I think when you're a duo, you have to really make sure that you stand for something as one and come across as one unit rather than two separate performers performing together. But it's just a few little tweaks in there that I think that can sort of achieve that. Then the other one that popped out, like I said, was Laura. I thought she was really haunting in a great way, controlled, measured, a really well thought through song, and also thought through in terms of how she delivered it. There was an almost sort of Jeff Buckley-esque amount of reverb on the guitar that added a real depth to the overall performance and kind of fitted with the aesthetic, both visually and of course sonically as well. Really purposeful, really assured, and exactly the kind of thing you expect to see at this level of the competition. So yeah, I would 100% play Laura on my show any day of the week. I thought she was brilliant.
Thank you, Alex. Chris?
Well, we talked about absolutely at the start of the show, bringing your A game, and maybe not one that I had on my, my list, not that I haven't predetermined into it, that would shine through. But actually, now I've heard them, I think they could be a real contender for this. And for me, it was Josh Hicks. Wow, brought his A game. I've got so many superlatives that I've written down here. Beautifully crafted song, super expression. You're rasping your vocal, made you such an authentic singer. And as I said, not one of those that immediately stood out on paper when I looked at the running order tonight as one that stuck in my head round after round. But, oh my God, you've come on the rails, haven't you? So real contender now, Josh. Well done for bringing your A game. Absolutely superb. And then another one I want to make note on is Abby. What a fantastic song. I could hear that on the radio. I felt the emotion of it. I want to listen to it automatically again, which is a brilliant sign. The one little tip I'd love to say, and it's such a critical one, is just to give us a little bit more expression. It was a little bit too, one-dimensional on that side. And if you could do that and really bring what you did vocally and with your lyrics, oh my God, we've got a real artist there. So I'm so happy to comment on those two. Definitely gone up an absolute notch, both of you, and really put yourself in a running to win this.
Can I just bop in as well and say, just back you up, Josh Hicks? I wrote it straight down as soon as Josh Hicks came on. I just wrote star straight away. That performance was just amazing. What an interesting voice as well. I just thought that was brilliant. So it's definitely second that, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Alex. Julie?
So while we're talking about Josh, well done, Frankie, for putting him through, because he really, really deserves his place. I've loved him all the way through, and what a special guy. So yes, really well done. But
thank you, Julie.
So Namaya. So Namaya, just wanted to give you some feedback. You are just such a cool girl. You've got I think you just had the right amount of coolness going on without it feeling kind of too laid back and kind of disengaging. There's definitely I think there's a bit of a Georgia Smith vibe going on with you. And if I was giving Georgia Smith feedback, it would be her diction. So I'm going to give the same feedback to you. I thought I just love the construction of the song. I love the vibe of it. But there were some words that I just wasn't getting. They were just too soft, too breathy. So yeah, definitely work on that diction. And actually, if you obviously this is your vibe, a really brilliant singer for you to check out would be Yeba. She is just vocally brilliant. So yeah, you could definitely learn a lot from a singer like that and keep that vibe. I think what I really did appreciate, because I think we're seeing and hearing varying degrees of produced videos and produced audio. And I think that really stood out as just having real authenticity and rawness. So I love that. I think as well, just while I'm giving you useful constructive criticism with your voice, just work on the breath as well, because that breath control will really help you. I was a little concerned as you were getting to the end of phrases sometimes, but absolutely brilliant, and you really, really deserve your place in the final. Well done.
Thank you, Julie. Leon?
Yeah, well, Luna, I'm going to be giving some feedback. Luna was really good. Loved what you did. I felt like it was a really good song. The intro was a nice touch to it as well. Filming, just the way you've done it, just almost like fly on the wall type of vibe. Thought you had a great tone, slightly husky, really like that as well. And the vocal really just came across as quite confident. I mean, the only thing I would say, I guess, the slight critique was, again, Julia alluded to it, was the slight sense of it being a bit produced. It definitely would have stood you in better stead, I guess, just to kind of have it fully organic, just so that we can kind of have an even playing field. But you definitely got an ability and a talent for writing good songs. It sounded like something I could hear on, commercial radios, to be honest. So I was really impressed with that.
Thank you, Leon. Our next performer has been a favorite at open mic, performing an original. Here is Demi.
No more kisses, no more lies. Give me some warning and not a surprise. The sun keeps shining, but it's raining in my heart. Needed some guidance right from the start. They always told me that it's gonna be okay. Time's a good healer, well that's just what they say. Keep your head held high, just walk away. I look back one more time to see the old flames. Every night's gonna be the same. Lost love now, that's a shame. Live a life that makes us brave. Time's a good healer. Every night's gonna be the same. Lost love now, that's a shame. Live a life that makes us brave. Time's a good healer. Tomorrow comes, I'm gonna be the best of me. What is left of me, standing like your history. There's no need to lose yourself or dignity. Not losing sleep, happiness is on repeat. Every night's gonna be the same. Lost love now, that's a shame. Live a life that makes us brave. Time's a good healer. Every night's gonna be the same. Lost love now, that's a shame. Live a life that makes us brave. Time's a good healer. When the door closes, cliche what they say. Another door opens to a new day.
Our next performer was a judge's choice, performing an original. Here's Farah.
Living like a queen, boss bitch energy, woman of your dreams. Too bad she ain't for free. Make up your mind now, 'cause I won't take it lying down. I'm on another level, so find another lover tonight. Don't waste my time getting particular vibes. You know, get it done right. Down, down, Jerry tonight. You're wasting time, but boy, without you I'm fine. You know, get it to you right. Down, down, Jerry tonight. Listen up, ladies. Don't settle for a maybe. Woman of his dreams, I ain't for free. Make up your mind, boy, 'cause I won't take it lying down. I'm on another level, so find another lover tonight. Don't waste my time getting particular vibes. You know, get it to you right. Down, down, Jerry tonight. You're wasting time, but boy, without you I'm fine. You know, I get it done right. Down, down, Jerry tonight.
Our next performers describe themselves as unique, and I can definitely say I agree. Performing an original song titled Crisis, here is the Willswood Boys.
Standing there, they're all skin and bone, and they stand there all together, but yet they're all alone. As the men let their comfort trust, they force them from their homes, displaced by the millions. Now where do they all go? Within the government force, the military, they're firing at their own, but nothing gets resolved, and the problems only grow. With bullet shells and IEDs, the cases across the floor, they're running from this place, but they will hold the floor. fact. But then the government forced the military, the firing at their own, and nothing is resolved, but the problems only grow. There's no hope for the hungry, the homeless or the poor. When you go to try to first and now we just shut out the door. Is this what life is? It's such a crisis. Is this what life is? It's such a crisis. See, I've not changed the world, but I can have my say on what I think and what I want today. But what should be expected on an uneducated world? We'll just blowing each other up about all the boys and girls. So why can't we all live if it's just one day? Hug everyone you love, oh wow, what a way. Well, that's unrealistic, but someone chose their mind and to think of this world. But I'm a chosen mind.
Our next performer is performing her first ever original song titled Never. Here is Charlotte Louise.
All alone, I try to see this world through my own eyes, but it's difficult for me when I can't see clearly. When all this darkness shades the light, no matter this feeling, you can't let it tear you apart. No, I'll never give up on myself again. Just be true, believe in you, your only friend. They say they got love, they say they got trust, but their words just ain't enough. No, I'll never give up on myself again. Dreams you have really do come true. No gravity beneath my feet, now I'm flying through these clouds that seem so high. Now no limits left within the sky. So keep on fighting, be strong, 'cause you can be a dreamer too. I don't ever wanna wake up, it's real when I close my eyes. No, I'll never give up on myself again. Just be true, believe in you, your only friend.
Our next performer says music has saved his life on more than one occasion, performing his original song Under Summer Rain. Here is David Leonetti.
Looking back on these times, I can feel my heart begin to swell. My eyes begin to close. I wonder if it's real. Searching for missing parts, those pieces I hold so dear. Savoring your face, the memory fades away. You are the one that I need, the one for me. Remember pink champagne, the way I held you tight. Remember how we ran all night under summer rain. So when we're old and gray, and I can barely hear your voice, we'll always have that night under summer rain. Under summer rain fell so hard, drenched quenching my soul. I couldn't look away. Your smile in my veins. We will never walk these streets again in all our lives. The feeling pulls away.
Our last performer of this set wants to make people happy through his music, and he definitely does just that. Performing Simply Divine, here's James Westerby.
Heavenly eyes gazing upon my skin. You fell from the skies, craving a life of sin. Beautiful figure, radiant, shining through. Ravishing hunger, no one but me would do. Then I feel your arms around me. I can feel you moving in. You can see I got the key to something you're longing. You're simply divine. I'm glad that you're mine. I just wanna praise you every night and every day. You're simply divine. I'm glad that you're mine. 'Cause I'm hoping that you'll stay simply divine. Delicate smile growing across your face. Elegant style, the feature of every place. Angelic voices, you when they hear your name. Heaven rejoices, 'cause you burn the brightest flame. Then I feel your arms around me. I can feel you moving in. You can see I got the key to something you're longing. You're simply divine. I'm glad that you're mine. I just wanna praise you every night and every day. You're simply divine. I'm glad that you're mine. 'Cause I'm hoping that you'll stay simply divine.
We're halfway through our over 18 performers. Let's begin with Julie.
So yeah, I'm gonna give feedback on for Demi and also David. Yes. So Demi, yeah, you're such a memorable character. I actually, when we could actually do live performances, I remember you live at open mic last year, I guess, or the one before. So yeah, you're definitely very, very memorable. I do love your whole demeanour. I do love your energy. I think for me, it was just a bit of a confusing performance. I think, you know, whilst your image is so striking, I think you just have to be careful that it doesn't overshadow everything else. Because when you see an image like that, you're setting a real expectation about what's coming next. And I just don't think I was expecting an acoustic guitar accompanying kind of what could have been kind of quite a full-on song. So I think it was just, like I say, it was just a little bit confusing, and just from again, memorable vocally as well. But I think, you know, I gave this feedback a few shows ago that I would love for you to just start working on getting that voice a little bit more forward. It tends to be very, very stuck in your throat, which keeps it within a certain register and a certain tone. So I think, you know, there's you know, you're a great songwriter. You've clearly got this image, but I think it all needs to come together and tell the same story. So yeah, so that was Demi. So David, well, what a dark horse. I think you've really saved your best performance for last. I just thought that everything that you did in terms of the camera work, the fact that your hair was kind of wet, it really, really worked. I thought that the song was super, super catchy. Really brought out a tone in your voice that I don't remember hearing before. So I heard a beautiful, beautiful mellow tone. I thought everything was really, really well paced, really, really well framed. I think the only thing I would say for you is, because I'm now hearing this, you know, so much more potential in your voice than I'd maybe appreciated. I think you just need a little bit of help. You can feel where the edge is as you go up into the higher range. So keep working on that voice, but you are absolutely onto something with that. And that, you know, that's definitely a you know, worthy YouTube video in its own right. I thought that was absolutely cracking. Really good.
Thank you, Julie. Leon?
Yes, the competition's heating up, definitely. I'm going to start with Farah, however you pronounce it, but definitely you're a performer. I can see that, natural born performer. It was a great performance, good use of space. You know, I always say that it is definitely difficult not being able to have a live audience and get on the stage and really convey the emotion. So, you know, really give all of you acts an applause who managed to find good spaces and try to do the best you can. And this was an example of that, to be honest. You definitely got a great stage presence. I only felt like there was possibly at times through the performance slightly too much happening in terms of the movement with the camera. Obviously, you have to bear in mind that it's online performance as well, so a lot of the camera panning around it started to get a little bit distracting, and that could have kind of been, you know, refrained from a little bit. And I also thought your timing in terms of singing over the backing track could have been slightly more on point. There was a few little pieces where it felt like it kind of went out of time, but otherwise, you know, I was happy. It was an enjoyable performance for me. And James Westerby, wow. You know, again, another, you know, natural entertainer. You come across as a competent performer, you know, good with the guitar as well. I would just say in terms of some, I guess, positive critique in a sense, the vocal technique needs a little bit of work. At some points it felt like, or it looked as though you were singing through almost clenched teeth. So I felt maybe just relax a little bit more in the jaw. And just try to just feel the song, to be honest, just feel the emotion and just let it flow through you. And that's just something, I guess, just to work on, you know, maybe with a vocal trainer, or just looking at your mirror, just even if you just book a rehearsal room, you know, a couple times a week, practice loads and just look at yourself in the mirror and see how you're coming across.
Thank you, Leon. Alex?
Such amazing feedback. Do you know, I've been talking about new music and playing new artists on the radio and writing about them in magazines and the like for 15 years or so, and it always feels like such a treat. And just having this time now to sit with you guys and just listen to these great performances and watch these great performances is really amazing, and hopefully really invaluable advice to everyone that's tuning in and watching. And, you know, wonderful comments there from Leon. I'm going to talk about the Willswood Boys, so just providing some feedback on those guys and their sort of Frank Turner-esque punk sound. I think they had a really great vibe. I love the sort of seaside setting, perfect for the boys. Punk for sure, but interesting punk, you know, providing a slightly gentler edge to that sound that is usually so aggressive. I think there's a small production point to make. The vocals got a bit drowned out at times by the guitar, but fortunately the guitar lines were pretty lush, so I was in. Also, I want to shout out to David Leondi as well, who Julie already mentioned, but I completely agree with what Julie said. Really well thought through, completely a radio worthy song, sort of a little bit Snow Patrol-esque, and I don't mean that to sound like a diss. Snow Patrol know how to write great songs, so that's not supposed to be a diss. I just thought that was a really great song. Again, be really interested to play that on air on my show for sure.
Thank you, Alex. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to echo what Alex says. There's been some brilliant feedback for all the art acts, and just invaluable, you know, to get in front of these guys. I thought what obviously Julie said about Demi, we've seen her come such a long way, but you know, getting that sort of balance right is so key. And with James, I just love his engaging smile from Word Dot. It grabs me in and wants me to like him, which is really good. I'm going to mention Charlotte, who hasn't got a mention just yet, Charlotte Louise. I felt it was a real heartfelt song and performance, and it sounded really familiar, which is really good. So it shows that you've obviously got really good ability with your songwriting. But I think there's a couple of elements you're really missing out for that you can see in some of the other acts that we're seeing tonight. One of those is don't miss that opportunity to perform from the very start. You've got to convey that emotion. I'm not sure you've quite tuned into that, and that again could be just getting out there and performing live a lot more. And the other aspect is, I think I just want you to believe a little bit more in yourself, have some confidence to find your identity as an artist. I'm not seeing that stand out, and you can see from some of the other artists they've got a different sort of styling, different image going on, and it's just such an important part of today's industry, with image being such a conscious thing, and that's just image for just standing out and being cohesive. So have a little think about that. Have a look at some of your favorite artists, see what you see what they're wearing, see what makes them stand out. It can be very subtle, but very unique to you and make you bespoke. So I want you to believe a little bit more in what you're doing and bring those other two elements to what you've obviously got loads of potential in with your songwriting.
Thank you, Chris. Our next performer has been a highlight at Open Mic, performing an original song titled Blossoming, which represents her blossoming as an artist throughout this competition. Here is Key Dot. Our next performer says, the artist goes where no other can go. He's a very, very unique performer, a profound artist, and he was one of my choices to make it into tonight's final, performing his original Laura song. Here is Mason the Healer.
Human heart.
Darling, you're my rose, but all you see are thorns. You hide your face away, but your smile shines like the sunlight at dawn. Flowers bloom at your touch. Your voice a lullaby for the soul. Just your presence is enough to make a broken man feel whole. But there's pain in your eyes as your mind tells you lies. The scars run so deep, your past haunts your sleep, and I just can't bear for the love that you share. You can't feel yourself, yet it fills up the world. So untighten your grip, let your heart unfurl. Let me heal your soul, wipe away the tears. Together we can grow, conquer all our fears. So let me ease your mind and calm the storm inside. So darling, let me in. Together we survive anything, anything, anything. Hey.
Love to my soul, and you nurture all my hopes. You lift me higher than I dared to dream. Now your happiness is my only goal. I love you.
Our next performer has brought us some amazing performances in the competition, one including a cactus, another including a scooter. Performing his original Mental Health, this is HRC.
Just can't help myself. You're a danger to my mental health. Sitting in alone at night with a cold breathing down my spine. I feel your cold breathing, and I'm not feeling even like talking to you like what about to do now. You get this under control. In life you are what you know, and I don't know where you hide from when you creep back out. Cause I got my eyes open to see my life joking. The place we made it is a place where we wanna be. I keep my mind floating on lost ideas, hoping that all I want is life to pass with some ease. I just can't help myself. You're a danger to my mental health. Sitting in alone at night, feel the cold breathing down my spine. I just can't help myself. You're a danger to my mental health. Sitting in alone at night, overthinking, stuck in overdrive. I wanna talk, but my mind is stuck on what people think if they get to know me. The words don't come out, even my thoughts shout, screaming with my eyes, can you help please? They ask your problems, give you solutions. What if I'm the problem and I need to be free from the system of corruption, where the time in my life don't belong to me? I just can't help myself. It's a danger to my mental health. Sitting in alone at night, feel the cold breathing down my spine. I just can't help myself. It's a danger to my mental health. Sitting in alone at night, overthinking, stuck in overdrive. I just can't help myself. I just can't help myself. I just can't help myself. I just can't help myself.
Next up, we have the dynamic duo performing their original number. It's Echo Storms.
So we were strong, we were meant to love. Living so high, I guess like Icarus we had to die. So why did you rise far and watch me go through hell? Guess I was still living under your spell. So close me to make me small. I'll come back stronger from every fall, and you will see my footprints on the moon. I am gonna win this fight, and you will see my name in lights. You will see my footprint on you. To stay, and it will always be this way. So go and hide behind your wall of sin, losing me and you're never going to crush me to make me smile. I come back stronger from every fall. You will see my footprints on me. I am gonna win this fight, and you will see my neverlands. Yes.
Our next performer is George Young and Greg.
Paint me a picture, am I in frame with you? Draw from focus, is that what finally broke us? I'm spinning this life of mine, not drinking or wasting time. It's not what I had in mind, but I've got no choice, I'll find. If it's not a question, don't mistake me for the answer. If it's not a lesson, I'm learning not to listen. We're in conversation about how words can be spoken, and it's what drives me home. Look to the heavens, do we last in your eyes? Falling from grace, will I survive in your ocean? Confused when I'm alone, in case distance separates. Broken homes means broken dreams, but I wait to find you there. If it's not a question, don't mistake me for the answer. If it's not a lesson, I'm learning not to listen. We're in
Our next performer is aiming to create her own genre of music called quantum music, performing her original song, It's BB Phoenix.
Come to me, come to me, come to me if I know. Billionaire. Come to me, come to me, come to me if I know. Yeah. Give it to me. All money flowing through me. Prosperity, give it to me. With clarity, let's set yourself free. Billionaire. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Come for me. Give it to me, I'll share it with you and me. What the hell would you do? Give it to me. Then watch it grow. I'm at the top of the show, yeah.
Thank you to that set of performers. Let's hear from Alex.
Yeah, great. So into the final round, and Key Dot was bringing the garage vibes, which I very much appreciate. I felt like I was 15 again garage emceeing on a pirate radio station back to my roots, which I absolutely loved. It feels like it was a brilliant performance. I feel like there's a slight internal battle going on with Key Dot, because you seem super confident, but equally it feels like you're just not quite letting yourself go for it. So there's a great voice there, but I think it's just about finding that confidence, really. I really enjoyed the performance from George Young and Greg as well. I think the vocal in some of the very top notes was a little bit strained, but I think there's a really unique sound there, kind of indie rock vibes, but sort of a bit more of an interesting edge as well, which I really appreciated. I wasn't going to feed back on anyone else apart from those two, but I have to just give a shout out to Mason the Healer, because oh my god, his voice is just something else. But his voice absolutely hit me, and I loved the drama in there as well. Just a proper consummate professional. So I thought that was really, really interesting. And yeah, just some good stuff. Bring it on.
Thank you, Alex. Good stuff indeed. Chris, what did you think?
Well, I'm going to comment about Mason the Healer. I know that's been giving Julie lots of problems domestically, with her loving him to death. Do you know what I mean? I mean, such a delightful, silky vocal. You can't help but be impressed by that. Definitely one of the vocals of the competition. Such a range, so nice on the ear. If we're being critical for some people, is it a bit too self-indulgent? Is it going to tick everyone's boxes? Or is he an artist ready to go? I'm not quite sure which one he falls into, but I love listening to him. I think he's done brilliantly well, and he's definitely brought his A game for this. Get my words out for the grand final. The other person I want to speak about is BB Phoenix. It was a super effort with your setup. I feel a little bit hypnotized by that whole performance now. I have to say I wasn't mad keen on the song, not my cup of tea. I think it needed far more lyrics and structure around that, and certainly I would work on maybe collaborating with other songwriters, really try and get the structure of your songs going, really get a hook going. It doesn't feel there was really one there going. There was a lot of ad-libs, as I said, so that would be the things I can work on, because the potential's there, but I think you're gonna have to collaborate to get these songs up and running and be really super catchy.
Thank you, Chris. Julie.
Well, goodness me, Chris Grayston, what if my husband watches the show? I am in deep doo-doo. However, I mean, honestly, so yeah, a little bit self-indulgent, but my God, with a voice like that, anybody would be. I just think he is absolutely something else. So yeah, huge shout out to Mason, but from a vocal point of view rather than anything else, I might add. I'm so happy. I'm doing feedback for this guy again, but can we just start by having just a minute's silence for the death of the cactus? The cactus is gone. How on earth did that happen? But in all seriousness, HRC, what an absolute artist. I just think you've got purpose. I think you've got a message that you want to deliver, and you deliver it so clearly. So whilst there's not big runs and high notes or whatever, it's just a really, really well delivered, well paced message. And your creativity throughout this competition has been incredible. And I think one of my rules has always been, if I find the background suddenly starts distracting me from the artist, I kind of know they've lost it. With you, it was completely the opposite. It is so hard to be able to look into a camera and sing and deliver phrasing in the right way while you're walking, but you absolutely did it. I'm not sure where you are in the world, but it's clearly miles and miles, thousands of miles away. But I think that made it even more intriguing that you've gone, you have, I said this last time, this has been like a project for you. Absolutely amazing. And right to the end, hopefully we will see the whole video on the show, but I watched it right to the end, and it just got me. So yeah, and maybe part of that was because the cactus is no more, but yeah, absolute standout artistry for me. Loved it.
Thank you, Julie and Leon.
Great feedback from all the other judges. I know Julie really likes HRC. That's really good. I'll be commenting on Echo Storms. I mean, for me, it was a really good start, to be honest. You know, it was a great suspenseful intro, you know, full of suspense, great use of building tension. The intro was slightly too long. I got what he was trying to do. You know, it reminded me of maybe a festival stage type of performance, you know, under the tent, just a vocalist and a DJ, moody vibes. It's really good, but I'm not sure it was the right setup for this particular show, to be honest. You just needed to get straight into, you know, the hooky part of the song a lot quicker. And maybe even just try to, you know, show a bit more of your vocal range on this occasion. But you definitely got the idea in terms of creating atmosphere, which is also key to just being an overall good artist. You know, it's not just about having a great song. It's not just about the great music. It's also about having the persona, the stage presence, and actually engaging with your audience wherever they may be. Could be on TV, could be online, could be live in front of you, but it's about that full package. You definitely got some of the elements, but you just need to do a few more shows under their belt just to kind of work out what really gets the crowd going.
Thank you, Leon. I've been saying this a lot tonight, but our next performer is someone who we've also talked a lot about on Open Mic this year. Performing an original, it's Lewis Scobie.
Been down, I've been thinking of how clouds won't let the sun shine down on me. Take my mind to the borderline and see if I can understand the things I need. I see crying eyes in my mind, though I'd rather be high. Light the way for me back home. Don't wanna be on my own, 'cause I just wanna know if you'd lay down with me, baby. I'll close my eyes and try to sleep. Everything's easy when I'm caught up in a dream. And where I go, hope nobody knows. I'll spend my time in my mind, not yours. Just know, when you live in your head, it feels trouble, problems try to conceal. It's not real, and I'm looking for the words to say. I'm just better on my own. So what's your time? Better hit the road.
Next up, we have Melody Joy.
The wind and the waves around me.
In the dark of the strength You're all around. You're like sun on my skin. Want you to touch. Here you surround me. I'm held by your love and I can feel you.
This singer is looking to produce more original music in the near future, performing her original Watch Me. It's Becky Birch.
Boy, we gave it all we could, but let's face it, it's not meant to be. Yeah, I never faked it, 'cause the love that you were giving isn't meant for me. I can't lie, we had some good times. Don't wanna get into my views, but what we had I thought was real. I guess we tried, but now it's goodbye. Goodbye. Watch me walk away, 'cause I don't need you. I won't be the same, so let me go. After all of this, I'm wishing you the best. So watch me, so watch me. Look at me, I won't be stressing or messing with no other boy. Don't get me wrong, I'll gladly mention I've had attention all over me. I can't lie, we had some good times. Don't wanna get into my views, but what we had I thought was real. I guess we tried, but now it's goodbye. Goodbye. Watch me walk away, 'cause I don't need you. I won't be the same.
Next up, we have Richard Roxwell.
Don't matter, I know I'll get to you someday. Seems better to make it through another day. So give it up, girl, yeah. Because I need you. Because I want you, girl. Because I need you. If ever I ever get to find a way to see ya, I'll make it through another day. So give it up, girl, yeah. Because I need you. Because I want you, girl. Because I need you. This time I'll hear you say that you can come my way. But who am I to make you feel the same? And all the negative vibes coming out of here makes me feel like I've got no chance. But when you suffer and all the things you uncover, keep on wondering, keep on knocking on your door. Don't matter, I know I'll get to you someday. Seems better, I know I'll get to find a way. So give it up, girl, yeah. Because I need you. Because I want you, girl. Because I need you. Do, 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 do,
Our next performer wants to fill the void of folk pop music and continue to produce more and more of it, performing an original song titled English Rose. Here is John Churton.
far as the eye can see. I want trees reaching into the blue infinity. I want prairies, pampers and plains. I need some fresh blood to run through my veins. I want jungles with orchids and forests of maple and pine. I want the freedom to shiver down my spine. Let's leave this dark hell of cold as it snows. Oh, heaven knows I lust for sunshine and English rose. I want prairies, pampers and plains. I need some fresh blood to run through my veins.
Our next performer is a queer female artist who wants to be the face of a new generation of pop music. I definitely believe she can do just that, performing her original song, Downgraded. It's our final contestant of Open Mic, Ramona Blue.
Say your new chick, she's so basic, yeah. You must be faded, cause you downgraded, yeah. You called me wifey cause you know I'm spicy. Hope you feel better with your salt and pepper. You always hated me when I was feisty. I bet you want the heat now more than ever. You know I tried to be all the things you said you liked. Now you pay the price, cause I'm all up in your mind. Ooh, try to replace me, it doesn't faze me, yeah. But then you know it's funny, she looks just like me, yeah. You called me wifey cause you know I'm spicy. Hope you feel better with your salt and pepper. You always hated me when I was feisty. I bet you want the heat now more than ever. You know I tried to be all the things you said you liked. Now you.
There we have it. That concludes the performances of Open Mic. A big round of applause to all of our contestants, performers from audition show 1 all the way until now. Let's hear what the judges think, starting with Chris.
Well, it's been amazing. I think what's also amazing is just how creative people have been in this weird period of the last 18 months and come out with such creative videos. I mean, Ramona there, you know, brilliant crafted video. Becca Birch was the same. If there's an award for the biggest trier in the competition, I think it's John Churton and Most Improved. He just seems to have come with his A game. And again, for a different reason, the video was brilliant as well. In specifics, I'm going to speak about Richard Roxwell. I think you had a really good, solid song there, Richard. But I think, as Julie's alluded to a couple of times throughout the programmes, you know, if you're getting distracted by the background, it's probably a bit too much. And the lights on the ceiling were just kind of you know, tripping me out a little bit there. And the other thing I would really look to work on is the dynamics. Really drive that message of the song through and really perform it. I want to see you a lot more animated, because you've got the songwriting ability there, but I think getting on that stage now, we're hopefully reopening and really learning your stagecraft will really benefit you, because I want to see that emotion come across in the performance and really drive that dynamics through. Those were the things I'd work on with you, because you've got the potential again.
Thank you, Chris. Julie.
Yeah, so the end of just, you know, coming to the end of such an amazing competition during, what has been an absolutely crazy time. And I just think, you know, what people have brought to this, what the artists have brought to it has been absolutely incredible. You know, I've just absolutely loved being part of this. And, you know, it has just been, even though obviously we're completely, you know, we're working remotely and so on, I've made so many friends throughout this competition, had, you know, lovely comments from friends and family of people, you know, the artists themselves thanking, you know, us all for the feedback. So I just think it has been just an absolutely marvellous competition. And, you know, you've got to think out of the box when strange things occur. So, so I'm lucky enough to end on some feedback to probably, well, they come across as two of the real nice guys in the competition. So Lewis and John. And Lewis, I just thought that was just so lovely. When I first saw the video at the start, I thought, oh no, you're not going to sing in that room. But just the fact that, you know, finding out a little bit more about you, that you're out there on an oil rig, but you'd still prepared a video, and I thought it was just really lovely to get a bit of an insight into you. I think, you know, you've shown quite a few different kind of colours in terms of your performance throughout the competition. This was again a little bit different. I thought the song, you know, I hope you, once, you know, you get off the oil rig and once this is, you know, we get into a more normal place, I hope you're gigging loads. I really hope you get out there, because I just think you've got a message there. There's something very, very genuine about you. And I just love your energy. I think, again, being super critical, sadly, wherever this was being filmed with a microphone, the fire crackling was really, really stealing the show. Unfortunately, it wasn't stealing the show. It was very, very distracting. If it crackled in time, that would have definitely helped. But I think that was just a little bit unfortunate, because, you know, huge creativity and just a lovely, lovely song from a lovely guy. Same for John. What a gorgeous setting. And, you know, as Chris said, we really have, you've embraced this competition, you've embraced the feedback, and you have continued to improve every single show. So I thought the setting was lovely. I thought, you know, whilst the song might not set the world on fire for people, I just thought there's, again, something very, very authentic and engaging about you. And I think what I love so much about you is that you genuinely just love to sing, and you just want to make people happy with your songs, and you absolutely did that. So yeah, I would love to see more of you. That was one of my benchmarks. You know, if I don't want to see another song by this individual, then I know something's not right. I would love to see more of your songs. So yeah, good luck to both of you.
Thank you, Julie. Leon.
Yeah, I mean, it's the final furlong. Final few acts, you know, everyone's really done an amazing job. You've really impressed everyone here, you know, just in terms of how you've taken on board all of the feedback we've given and stepped things up in your own ways, whether it was articulating your, you know, lyrics in a more effective way, working on your musicality, or even just being more creative in your backdrops and framing and settings. And I guess it will be really interesting going ahead just to see how this, how can I put it, this moment of time where everyone's had to really think outside of the box in a small way of creativity will affect people's performances in a live sense going ahead, you know, further down the line. So it'll be really interesting. I'm going to speak on or give feedback on Melody Joy. Again, you know, speaking on the backdrop, really good use of it. To be honest, if it wasn't for the acoustics I could hear in when you were singing, I would have thought you was actually, you know, at the beach. To be honest, it looked that authentic. So really interesting there. I wasn't really too gripped by the song performance on this occasion, I'm afraid. I think it's just maybe the wrong song choice for you, and that's definitely another important component of being, you know, a great artist, is also about not just the songs you sing, but actually the right choice of songs as well for the audience and for the judges as well. But I don't feel like it really resonated well with me today. And Ramona Blue, again, as other judges have alluded to, you know, really great visuals. I really loved the song, you know, very sultry, had really, you know, really passionate delivery, you know, real courage and everything else about it, to be honest. You know, the camera work was really creative, really good. You know, there's nothing more I can say. So just best of luck to you and everyone else who's taken part.
Thank you, Leon and Alex.
Yeah, just to echo what everyone's saying, it's such a joy to be involved in this, and being an artist at the best of times is hard work. I think people think that, you know, if you make it as an artist, you live in the easy life, but that's just when the hard work really starts, you know, and the resilience and creativity.
Choice of songs as well for the audience and for the judges as well, but I don't feel like it really resonated well with me today. And Ramona Blue, again, as other judges have alluded to, you know, really great visuals. I really loved the song, you know, very sultry, had really, you know, really passionate delivery, you know, real courage and everything else about it, to be honest. You know, the camera work was really creative, really good, you know. There's nothing more I can say. So just best of luck to you and everyone else who's taken part.
Thank you, Leon and Alex.
Yeah, just to echo what everyone's saying, it's such a joy to be involved in this, and being an artist at the best of times is hard work. I think people think that, you know, if you make it as an artist, you live in the easy life, but that's just when the hard work really starts, you know, and the resilience and creativity been on display here tonight. It's just been absolutely amazing. I want to shout out Becky Birch. I thought her performance was super cool. I love the creativity with the backdrop. I thought it in no way distracted from a really, really powerful, solid performance. One of the standout vocals of the final, in my view. Absolutely solid. I thought the song was kind of at one level, which isn't a criticism necessarily, but it didn't give me the chance to see all the different dimensions of the voice. But I could listen to you sing all day long. So absolutely huge shout out to Becky Birch. And just to echo Leon's point as well, I really, really liked Ramona Blue. It was such a vibe, and Leon hit the nail on the head. Really sultry. That word is absolutely, completely, perfectly articulates the sound. I think it's really relevant, really exciting, and I would love to see a lot more of Ramona Blue. So yeah, send me some music.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you, judges. That concludes Open Mic, and now the power is in your hands. Who was your favorite act? Make sure you vote for them to ensure that they are the winners, they are the champions of Open Mic. We'll see you next time for the results.